and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Jahan, and today I'm going to be taking you through a run through of the Tracy Anderson workout, and this is the online platform that they use. So if you like this type of thing, don't forget to subscribe and do give this video a like because it really helps. So for those of you who don't know, I have started doing the Tracy Anderson workout. I have been doing it, this is the third month now, and I said I was going to give it 90 days. So I'm going to just show you the platform, run through all the different features on there, and then I'm going to give you my honest review of whether I think it's worth it or not, or whether I'm going to continue with this or try something else. So let me take you through the platform now. Let's have a look together. The Tracy Anderson workout is sort of a mixture, I would say, of between Pilates mat and a dance cardio. So sort of a routine of a dance workout, but no specific routine, it's more about the movement. But she does a workout which basically is all about all the other smaller, more intricate muscles that you won't necessarily have used, talking about long, lean muscles, and you don't use heavy weights in this workout. Landing page, this picture changes often, and then you have the different types of workouts. So you have a beginner, intermediate, advanced, and a collective workout which has lots of different things in there, and the Tracy Anderson Live, which is where you can tune in live and watch. So the beginner workout, just to warn you, I don't really think this is a beginner's really level. I think you do need to have some level of fitness or some strength to do it because the movements are complicated. And these are updated every Wednesday, so you'll see there are new workouts for every Wednesday, and they're filmed from different views. So you have the behind view, the front view, and then there has a breakdown of some of the movements as well, and then she does a little talk at the end of the class as well. And it has something that's new to the method where they go through some movements that are regularly appearing and just give you a breakdown of some of those movements. And like I said, I don't think you can be a beginner, to be a complete beginner to movement for this. I think you do need to have some kind of idea of some sort of movement because it is very tough. And then from there, you can then do the intermediate one if you feel like that's more of your level. I actually prefer the intermediate one. I find it a little bit easier because you're not on your hands and knees the whole time as much, I think, from the ones that I have done. But it's basically the same concept. Everything is uploaded on a Wednesday, new workouts on a Wednesday, and then advanced, then the same thing. So a floor workout, some standing up, warm-up routine, and then onto the floor. Again, updated every Wednesday, so these will be new videos every time you go in weekly. Then you have the collective workout, which is lots of different workouts all in one. And here you will have things like the dance cardio, the 15-minute workouts if you need to add something to your workout, you don't have much time, that kind of thing. So arms, spine, lower body, and they're quick bursts of workouts just to either bolster onto your half an hour class. So the beginners are half an hour, the intermediate and advanced are more 45 minutes to an hour, if not an hour and a half. And then you have your dance cardio sessions, which are usually about 30 minutes. And then you have your shorter dance cardios, low impact, high impact. Even low impact still is very difficult. It's not a low impact in the way we think of it. And then we have sort of a mashup of different things here where you can just, again, it's to bolster onto the other workouts. So your core workout, which would be one of the intermediate, advanced or beginners workouts. So these eclectic ones are good to bolster on, or if you're at a time crunch or you want everything all in one, then these ones are good to go to because it will do floor and cardio and everything all in one. And then there's just a library of this. There's just lots of things. So this is just continually added to. And then you have his workouts, which I guess are aimed more at men. And then you have your standing sequences as well. So the standing sequences are great because if you don't like to be on the floor or you have difficulty with mobility on the floor, then it's just more of that standing sequence. And with the standing sequence, you will probably use a chair with it as well. So that's what standing sequences are too. So then you have things like the body consultation, where it just runs through a few questions with you and it tells you what level you should be doing. I don't think this is actually the best kind of tick box exercise to work out which workout you're doing. It feels very much like something you'd get out of a magazine rather than anything that's really substantive around actually this is where you should be or whether this workout is good for you or not. And that's something that I'm going to give you in my conclusion. You can have a virtual consultation as well, where it tells you a bit more about where somebody actually one-to-one tells you what would be best for you because of your body or what you're trying to achieve. But this kind of online one isn't that great. And then there's obviously a bit about Tracy Anderson, introduction, the science behind it, how it started, all that kind of stuff, a bit more of an explanation around the different workouts, the routines, because you're meant to do this for at least 4 to 7 days per week, and it's meant to be quite intensive. So if you want to see some sort of change, and it says to give you at least, I said before, 90 days to see that change or to start feeling that change. And then there's a community bit, so you have to agree to the community terms and conditions, a bit like you would on like a Reddit page or something where you can speak to others, talk about your concerns or celebrate wins, that kind of thing. So the community page is there as well to help you along the way. And then you have Tracy Anderson Live. So there are two prices. There's a $90 a month, and then there's one which is slightly more expensive, actually quite a bit more expensive. And this is where you can actually join the live classes, and it gives you the schedule of when these classes are going on, and then you can just actually work out with Tracy Anderson in the studios, because she still does run her studios as well in person and with her teachers too. So you can do it alongside them as well, which is, if you like that kind of thing, that's great as well if you like to be in that moment. What's my final thoughts on this? So my final thoughts are that I'm not going to be continuing with Tracy Anderson, because at $90 a month it is expensive, and I've given it the 90 days. Do I feel different? Not necessarily, and it's really difficult to get your head around these kind of movements, because all the classes are done in silence, and she talks about the reason why she does it in silence is because you've got full concentration, then you have mind-muscle connection. I'm not sure whether that's the best thing, especially at beginner level, not to just have a few prompts or just to have some reminders of like squeeze here or don't forget this or this is how you should be feeling, especially at a beginner level. I think some vocal prompts would be great, and if you want to leave that out for intermediate and advanced, then fair enough, but some vocal prompts at the beginner level would be super helpful. I think that what the sort of premise of the workout, I think you could get from things like the Sculpt Society or the Pilates class, which are other platforms which are much less. They're like $20 a month rather than $90 a month, and they have a similar ethos, so that kind of dance, cardio and Pilates mat work, so that is more of a Pilates based thing, and I think you could get similar results, especially from somewhere like the Sculpt Society, which is the next one platform I'm going to try and see how that works as well. I do think that Tracy Anderson method is, I know it has a beginner level, but I don't think it is for beginners. I don't think as a beginner you will get what you need out of it without having understood the method separately, and I think you're probably better off buying the DVDs, which you can get online in her store. Metamorphosis, for example, you're better off doing those and paying like a one-off fee of $90 and just repeating that and really familiarising yourself with the moves if you like this way of working out, or buying one of the less expensive mat workouts and using that and working out from there. I think you'd find that much more beneficial, just to get used to that before making the financial commitment of $90 a month to do this workout, because it is difficult. It's definitely something I'm going to go back to. I think if you've got a substantial amount of weight to lose, so anything 50 pounds or more, this probably also isn't the workout for you as well. I think this is once you've lost the bulk of your weight or the majority of your weight, or you're near like maybe 10-20 pounds near where you want to be, or body shape, that kind of thing, then this is something you could pick up and do. But I think if you are trying to lose a significant amount of weight, the floor work especially, you're going to find difficult on wrists and joints and things, just because you have to balance so much on it. And also the flexibility part of it as well. I think that would also be a struggle if you're not naturally flexible, and you might want to work on that a bit beforehand. I think if you've got generally good health, like just general good health, and you're just looking to really try and I don't know, just challenge yourself, or you've got certain body goals and that kind of thing, I think this workout would be great. But I think if you do have substantial amount of weight to lose, this isn't going to be the best workout. I think you're going to find it quite frustrating. I even think walking would be better than doing this at this stage. If you are on that kind of, I've got weight to lose and I want to lose it, then I think that would be better, and then picking something up like this later. But I am going to try the Pilates project next. Not the Pilates project, the Sculpt Society next, and then I'm going to try the Pilates class, because I do like the idea of mat workouts and Pilates class, because I do like the idea of core workouts, especially after having children. I find those kind of workouts really helpful, helps with posture, it helps with, well, core workouts are great anyway, and it helps work all those other muscles that when I'm doing heavy lifting that aren't necessarily being used, because you're using like kind of your big group muscles, your compound movements, you're using different sets of muscles than you necessarily would when you're doing Pilates and things, and dance and ballet and that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely going to pick up with one of those. There is a free trial with Tracy Anderson. You get a 2-week free trial, so I do recommend, even from what I've said, just try the free trial, try it out, see if you like it. Pick up a DVD otherwise from Amazon or from eBay. There's quite a few floating around eBay. And pick up a DVD and try that first. Or there's a few free workouts from the Goop website, or if you just type Tracy Anderson workout in YouTube, she's done a few of them, and give that a go and see how you feel after it. It is something you have to persevere with, and from what I've been told, you don't really see a real difference till for not doing it for about at least 8 months to a year. So you really have to give this thing time, and I think that's true of Pilates type workouts anyway. It takes time to see those changes in your body. But for me, at this stage of where I am and the expense that it is, it's not going to be one that I'm going to continue with, but I potentially will pick it up again in the future. I do hope this video is helpful and it's given you a bit of an informed decision around the Tracy Anderson method. And if you've got any questions that you want to ask, please do. If you want me to drill down in any particular part of this workout, or if you've got any other recommendations of other workouts that you think I should try, let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.
Feel like falling deeper. Cold nights, not 너무 싫어.